Alexis and James Martin with Superior Industry Services. This is Alexis, obviously. This is James. Tell me about the founding of your business.
We started Superior Facility Services in 2015 with the mindset of really tackling the commercial industry,
Okay.
as you can tell from our name. So we've been doing that for 3 years, and we've really, over the past year, refocused our direction more so towards the residential homeowner.
Okay.
So in January of 19, we will be doing a DBA.
Okay.
We'll be changing the name, focusing primarily towards the residential market, doing a new web page for that as well. We'll still have Superior, which takes care of our commercial clients, but we will be pushing out and rolling out a new residential
Do you want to share the name?
We don't fully have it nailed
Okay.
down yet.
All right.
We're working with a coach.
Hey,
right
let's
now.
have a contest.
Hey, that's a good
So
idea.
when this is over, tell us tell us all the things that you
Sure.
do, and maybe somebody can come up and win a gift card or
That's
something.
a great idea.
What
That's
do
a
you
great
think?
idea. I like it.
Or a free air conditioning service or something like
free
that.
service,
That would be
service
great.
agreement or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
So this business primarily is, from what I understand, your plumbing,
Plumbing, electrical,
Electric-
and HVAC.
all of that.
Yes.
Are you licensed to do
Yes.
all of that? That is
Licensed,
amazing.
bonded, insured. Yes.
Best kept secret in Northwest Arkansas.
Yep.
So where do you guys live?
In Springdale.
Springdale, okay. And I oddly enough, when I walked in this morning, I saw on the workflow for today was the name of my dentist that I visited for 20 years. So that brings it right home to me. He lives right down the street from me, so that's awesome. I'm super
Awesome.
excited. Anything good enough for him is good enough for anybody, right? I mean,
Definitely.
he's amazing. So tell me what you would like the public to know about you. Not you, maybe not you personally at this point, but about your business.
We try to pride ourselves in great customer service. You know, everybody talks it, but we're living by it. We're changing the culture of everyone that comes in here to really hone everything around customer service. And what does a
Love it.
customer want? It's not so many companies come into your home and they push their agenda and what they want to see, but we truly try to find out what does the customer want and figure out a plan to pull that together to make it work for them.
It's awesome that you can do all those things, because often a plumbing job requires an electrician. We just had that at my house.
Yep.
Or a air conditioner needs a plumber and all that kind of
And
stuff.
an electrician.
That's
That's
awesome.
that's what got us into all three. We
Yeah.
started out in just plumbing, and it just started adding things here and there. Well, this plumbing customer wanted an electric water heater,
Right.
so now we're bringing in an electrician, so on and so forth with HVAC work and so on. So that's what got all of this brought together.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you a personal question for me. If I want to change out my gas water heater for an instant on, can you guys handle that?
Oh yes, for sure.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, and we really love to sell. Kind of our motto for a long time, even before the business was born, if you will, was the one-stop shop. We wanted to sell that. You call and all your services can live right here.
Love it.
And you're not having to outsource, and are you getting trusted contractors? Are you getting licensed contractors, insured? We warranty our work, and go back on things. So we really like to give the people the peace of mind of a one-stop shop. You're not gonna have to call a bunch of places as your project, expands and
And
like
they
you
all
said,
do.
Yeah, they expand and then you've got another tradesman in there. We can keep it all, very clean sweep and in one folder, if you will, and the customers really seem to like that a lot.
What got you started?
My family's been in the industry my whole life, so I grew up in the industry, actually plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. My granddad owned from the time I was a child until I was a grown adult, so I grew up in this type of an environment.
Okay.
It's really all I knew. Grew up working for after I left my granddad's company in my early 20s, I went to work for a large nationwide company, and East Coast, West Coast, Canada to Mexico, and I really just kept being drawn back to doing this.
So you're from Northwest Arkansas originally?
From Southeast Arkansas.
Okay.
I moved up here in '02
To go to school, probably.
to get in school, get my electrical behind me and all that. So I've been up here since '02,
Great.
and this is home to us.
Me too.
This is home to me. The area I'm from is real desolate, and so.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Are you from up here too? I mean, from down there too?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Born and raised,
High school
graduated,
sweethearts?
and all of that. Yes, right from down there to where it should have been. And another big thing for this profession, kind of why we chose it, is the trades are, we really support the trades a lot because they're really kind of in some ways a a dying thing, because so many people are wanting to get the office style jobs, to get the admin style jobs, and we really support the trade skills because we just were both born and raised in it. Both sides of our family are in it. I worked when I was in college as a little plumbing sort girl in the back and stuff, so it just really learning the trades, and people need this to keep being massaged because we need plumbers, we need electricians, and we're part of with the Springdale Chamber of Commerce. We work with them to go to their tradescraft shows that way, because to keep people who don't want to go to college but want
Sure.
to do something with their hands and
Sure.
can make a great living.
Absolutely. So, what surprised you most about starting your own business?
A lot. One of the biggest things was, I guess I would have to say, it's all the unexpected things that no one is really looking. Sorry for the phone ringing.
That's okay. That's a good sign.
Yeah. I guess it would just be the understanding what the local customer base is looking for and what they expect from a service company, because we came into it with a different mindset. Me coming from the commercial realm, and so I guess just learning to take a step back and fully listen to the customer, fully listen to what they're looking for, and then being able to deliver with the right technicians. You know, not every technician is the right technician to have in a home.
Sure.
Some work better in a commercial environment. So I guess I would have to say getting the right personnel on board initially, and then understanding what your customers are looking for specifically, instead of trying to come to them with so many suggestions. Just being open-minded and listening.
So, how many technicians do you guys have?
We've got 12 total.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You guys are the best kept secret in Northwest Arkansas.
We like to think so.
Okay, so you live in Fayetteville, in Springdale. You work in Springdale. What's your favorite restaurant in all of Northwest Arkansas?
In all of Northwest Arkansas, her and I really like to go to Hugo's in Fayetteville. I know it's a little dinky
That's
place,
fun.
but we
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
a signature place
It
in
is.
Fayetteville.
It is. That's
Yeah.
probably one of our favorite places
That's
to
probably
go.
our ultimate kind of old school favorite. We love Tiny Tim's on the square. We take our kids there every Christmas when we go to visit the Fayetteville Square when they turn the lights on. And then probably our latest kind of greatest found is Sassy's Barbecue. It's been one of the big ones. That
If
we
you like barbecue, you might try Wright's Barbecue.
We order it in for
yes.
the whole establishment here. We
Right.
order Wrights in. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
one of our friends 2 years ago got married and they had Wrights catered in. We fell in love with the barbecue, and I've ordered it I think 3 times for the company here.
Well, good.
To feed our employees.
They're one of our favorites.
Okay, so what's a good referral for you guys? If somebody were to send you a referral, what would be a great one?
As far as a specific job,
Yeah, anything.
specific customer, probably Miss Lavina Elliott. She's been a long-term customer of ours, and she pushes us to everybody.
Good.
She's sent customers our way. She praises us, and we love her greatly. So she would probably be our best
Like a reference.
reference for sure.
That's awesome.
She's an awesome customer. I actually done another job for her last week. Me and another guy, and she's top notch.
So what do you do personally? Do you do it all?
I do everything.
Okay.
From office work to field work, plumbing, electrical, HVAC. I do it all.
I'm so
So-
glad to meet you guys.
Mhm.
What are your greatest challenges?
Employees.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a hard
Period.
one.
Manpower is our biggest challenge across the board, and we've even experienced, some from the office side. Working behind the desk here, you do need a little bit of knowledge of what you're talking about. You want to make that ticket as full as you can get it before it ever gets to your service technician, because you want him to go as prepared as absolutely possible. And so yes, manpower in general, from the field to kind of the office side. And it's always hard for individuals who we're going to make that transition into the office, learning computer skills, how to email and that sort of stuff, because we do have 2 upcoming managers that are very soon going to make the kind of cusp into the office and start performing things like quotes, estimates.
Nice.
You know, reaching out to our suppliers as far as our, you know, rates and things with them. So it definitely is manpower and finding the right person in the field to be in there with the customer, because like he mentioned, not everyone's set out for that. Some guys strictly just want to go in and do the job, and they're great workers. And then there's some that serve a better purpose for customer service when someone is just in an estimate stage of things and really wants to talk with them and walk through the home and what do you think and what should I do? And then we have a couple sets of guys that are going to do a great job, but they're going to be there just to do the job. So manpower, which is why we back, you know, a lot of the trades and trying to keep people in the trades and be supportive of that type of role.
Do you guys do on-the-job training?
Yes, we do.
Great, that's good to know. Let's see. So you're not a national chain. You worked for a national chain. If you were to try to convince somebody to use a smaller firm like y'all's versus a national chain, what would your rationale be?
I think you just get a much better personal touch, much closer relationship. Because my role as senior project manager where I used to be, I mean, things had to get really escalated to get to me, which is the person who can ultimately make all the decisions. Here, someone comes in here, they want something custom, boom, they get the owner's drop of a hat. We're just we're very much there for everyone. So I think just having the personal touch, the personal relationship is something that you miss on the bigger national chains, the nationwide companies versus local. And we have really started loving the local feel and just dealing with local on everything. It benefits you. Interchanging contacts and
Kind of the
networking.
argument for shopping locally.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah, and we really like to not push, you know, like our phone systems, for example, are not heavily automated. You know, you're going to talk to a real person after pressing one button. And like he mentioned, we really like to be able to give just that personal touch. You're not running through an automated system. You're not just some customer that we, you know, put in our software. You know, you've got notes, there's tag. We know things about you, whether you have dogs or not, you know, or and other needs that you may want. And so it's things like that that we really like to be able to provide.
So how would you define a good client? If you're accepting new customers, I would assume.
Correct.
Okay, so what would a great new customer look like? I mean, what kind of needs would they have, or does it matter?
It really doesn't matter. We want to be there through service agreements, HVAC service agreements, plumbing service agreements, electrical service agreements. We want to be the company that you call for anything you need in your home. And what our perfect client is a service agreement client, a member. They get first call, first serve, discounts, and basically they go at the top of the list. If our schedule's full and it's non-members and a member calls in, they trump everything.
That's an advantage.
It's an advantage. So we try to, our number one customer is our service agreement customer, and we make it worth their while by giving them the ultimate service possible.
Is there anything else you would want the public to know about you guys?
We're just down to earth. I guess you'd call mom and pop shop that really wants to connect with the local.
Sophisticated mom and pop.
Yeah,
shop.
very much so.
We give great sophistication. We love to keep that kind of real worn feel. Matter of fact, when we hire people in, and like my two office girls that work on each side here, it's like family here. Like we just had, you know, the crock pots up here and everyone's eating, and we like to give that same feel when we're in a customer's home. You know, of course, there's some things we can and can't do, but we really like to be able to give that same style, but with a little sophistication. We are really up to speed on technology, which is where people, you know, really like to see. They like to see iPads. They like to see presentations, you know, when we're out in the field, when we're, you know, looking at replacing a unit or what a water heater should do and shouldn't do. And so we do have some of the new age stuff kind of on the side that just gives a great balance for really our entire company. And we just really like to give that down home, that family feel, that close when you're speaking with us on the phone, that you get that same, you know, same feeling, and feel like when we get in your home, you're going to get that as well. We've had customers who have been so pleased with us that they've given our technicians trinkets and gifts and stuff from their house that the techs are just, they just smile, and it's something small, but it's meaningful, and people want to give something out of their home to us, whether it be, we had a technician, for example, that got given a necklace that he,
A 24 karat gold necklace.
that he didn't, that he didn't want, and then another funny story is one of our techs was in a home and he can sing really well, and the customer said, "Well, sing me a tune, if you will."
Love it.
And so just things like that you're just not going to get, when it does get so big and so commercialized and whatnot. We can deliver great, we can deliver big, just like those guys, but you're going to get a real small kind of home feel, small town feel, and that's kind of our biggest thing here. Our employees, we drive that with them as well. I mean, our group is very closely connected. They like to fish together some on the weekends. We do things on the weekends together. Everyone's children, kind of are all friends and stuff now, and so just really giving that feel is our biggest thing.
So do you guys cover all of Northwest Arkansas, like Gentry, Cherokee City, Pea Ridge, down to West Fork, all
to
around?
Fort Smith.
Fort Smith. Ooh.
Yep.
And speaking on, you mentioned the town of Pea Ridge, we do go that far, and a neat thing that we're involved in right now is we're doing a plumbing job, a very large plumbing job for a veteran through Operation Homefront, and he's getting it all paid for.
Wow.
And we work directly with Operation Homefront. It's our first one to ever do for a veteran. We've done some veteran-based things before, like we have 10% discounts no matter what we're doing in and out of homes, but this was a very big one to be involved with an organization who's strictly for veterans, and he's actually in Pea Ridge speaking of that. So that's some other things that we like to be a part of. Give backs. We've done a give back to the American Cancer Society, the Springdale School District. We're big with them as far as giving to their football team. Our children are kind of through there, and so we try to make a big impression with the company through there. So that's some of the things we like to be involved in as
I'm
well.
going to snag you for Habitat for Humanity of Washington County because they need help as well.
Okay.
Good.
So.
That'd be great.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was nice to meet you.
Yes,
I can't
ma'am.
wait to
Thank
get your
you.
business card so
Yes,
I can
ma'am.
call on you for my own home.
That
Yeah.
sounds great.
I will get you one of those right away.